Hi there, my name is Paul Gruber. I am a realtor in the Jacksonville, Florida metropolitan area. I've been doing this for a number of years now. And prior to this, I was an administrator in healthcare for many, many years, more than I care to count. Um, as I mentioned, been doing this for a number of years now, basically doing general real estate, representing buyers and sellers in real estate transactions. But I've decided that I want to take my practice, if you will, in two very specific directions. One is representing first-time home buyers, and I'll do another video on that at another time. But another one was really born out of a personal experience, and I'm referring to it kind of as the mature adult life event. And so I think I can best describe that through my kind of personal experience. And then we'll go into a little bit of detail of what my services would look like in that space. Um, about a decade ago, a family member of ours who came down every year at Christmas and spent a couple of weeks with us came down. And after a couple of days here, it became clear that she was not going to be able to go back home and live on her own anymore. Just, a variety of things that had happened, and she was no longer going to be able to live really independently in her home. And so here we are, we're faced with um, a whole smorgasbord of things. We have to find an assisted living home. How does the assisted living long-term care insurance work? How do you activate it? What do I have to do? So all of that is in one bucket over here. That alone is overwhelming, especially if you've never dealt with it. Not to mention now, all of life, this person's life is 1,200 miles away where they've lived for decades. There's a house full of memories, of belongings, furniture, vehicles. What are we going to do with all of this? How are we going to deal with all of this? I mean, not to mention, all of the kids are busy professionals raising families, and now how are we going to go up there? We have so much to go through. Don't even know where to begin. Still don't know how we managed to pull it off. How are you going to unplug and go do all of this? We have belongings to go through. We have to ship stuff. We have to sell stuff. We have to get a realtor. We have to get the house on the market. How are we going to do all this? It's overwhelming, right? So when I think back on that experience, I thought, why isn't there a service that can really make this the easy button and let the family focus on mom or dad and their needs, and somebody else just easy button, you handle it. So let's go into a little bit of what my services are going to be in this space. And really, this is just high level. I'm going to share a deck here real quick. Hopefully we can get this to work here. So again, as I mentioned, I'm calling this kind of a mature adult life event. And I want you to kind of think about, maybe you're the mom or the dad, even you're seeing this video. Just like you work on a will or estate planning, think about your real estate and how we're going to handle that in, God forbid, a sudden passing. And now there's real estate to be dealt with and belongings. Or maybe in the scenario that I mentioned, where somebody just suddenly can no longer live on their own and we've got to make a move, or even potentially downsize. Florida, there's a lot of retirees here. Their children aren't living close by, and they need that extra helping hand to go through significant transitions such as this. So let's talk a little bit about what's involved, right? We've kind of talked about it a little bit before. All of a sudden, mom or dad can't stay in the home. We have all the stuff to go through. Who's going to help you with that? We have all the stuff to go through. We have to ship belongings, maybe family treasures, maybe some belongings, maybe some furniture is going to stay with mom or dad and needs to be shipped to where they are going to be. Maybe there's memories, photo albums, you name it. It has to be shipped to other family members. Got to get the house ready to sell. Maybe mom and dad have been in that home for a long time, and maybe they've kind of aged out of being able to take care of it. So it needs some updating, some touch up. Maybe the landscaping needs some sprucing. Maybe needs a fresh coat of paint inside, things like that, just to get it ready to go to market. Maybe if it's in the Jacksonville, Florida area where they're going to settle, need help finding a place. I'm not an elder care specialist, but I've been through this process, so I can at least help with some resources and be a resource, and if nothing else, just a good listener. But let's talk a little bit about what services I can offer. So again, we have the personal belongings that we have to deal with, right? And again, you know, mom and dad, you may be thousands of miles away from mom and dad. So I can assist with shipping family keepsakes or personal items, especially if we have to get a moving company involved to ship some furniture, or maybe there's too many items just to, you know, ship via UPS or whatever. We have the remaining items that need to be disposed of. So can arrange for an auction or an estate sale. Again, that would be something that I would arrange on your behalf. Now we've got the real estate side, right? So as I mentioned, maybe the property needs some sprucing up. Most do before they go to market. So that would be something that I would arrange and supervise the repairs and updates that need to be done prior to going to market. Have the home professionally clean. Maybe the landscaping needs some sprucing. And then, of course, as I mentioned, you know, we were 1,200 miles away. Don't want to fly back home to do a closing, fly home to sign a couple pieces of paper and get back on a plane and come back to Florida. Not really an option. So again, that would be something I could do, is help arrange with remote closing with the title company as well. So this is just real high level. Obviously, lots of devils in the details. But again, this would be something that I would be able to offer in this space that I'm doing. And again, this is going to be something I'm going to specialize in. Obviously, if there was a passing involved, then you may have probate involved as well, heirs to deal with. So again, a lot of hand holding. And so this is something that if you need this type of assistance, please reach out to me. Let me click down to my contact information here. Again, I'm really focusing my practice on the mature adult life event, and either helping the parents or the siblings, the children, through this really kind of challenging life event, and then also helping that first-time home buyer. So if I can help, please reach out. Again, my name is Paul Gruber. I'm a realtor in the Jacksonville, Florida metropolitan area. Have a great day. Thank you.